Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Grocery Bros over here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I got Bobby. Jeez, are you gonna? Can I?
I might make it. Hang in there.
Yeah, guys. All right.
All right. Show's
Yeah.
over with. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for watching.
Yeah, guys, we're here and we got a special guest.
Hey, Grocery Bros.
Can I finish talking? It's an introduction of a local celebrity. I gotta say, a staple in the community and a go-to place. He's the owner of O'Duffy's Pub, Jamie Kavanaugh. Thank you for joining us today. Your number one customer is here, Bob.
Yes.
But unfortunately, he comes in drunk. He don't actually get drunk there, and gets escorted out by. You have security, Jamie. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
I
it's
really
great to
appreciate
be
you
here.
spending some time talking to us, and we're gonna hit some topics today. But tell us a little bit about your spot. Where you located first? I'm sure everybody knows, but for the ones that don't.
O'Duffy's Pub and Cosmos Cucina are located at the corner of Vine Street and Locust. We have been open for 32 years.
Wow.
The bar opened 25 years ago this summer.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you. We did not have a party.
We can have one now.
At least I wasn't invited.
Yeah, you don't have to lie. We know we weren't invited.
I had the party, but I wasn't invited.
That's funny.
It's nice to be part of this neighborhood. There was a time when I probably would have said it's nice to be part of the city of Kalamazoo, but right now, I don't honestly have anything good to say about the city of Kalamazoo. Their communication is poor, and that's as clean as I can make that.
I understand that one. I think we're in the same boat right now, and very disappointed in the city and some of the issues that we've been dealing with, from decision making to construction and the 4C future. It's very, it's not comfortable, especially for local businesses. I don't like what we've seen over the pandemic and right now, and I feel like the neighborhood changed, and it's not always for
Not for the better.
Not for the better, and it sucks. And I try to be optimistic about it as I can be, because we're families here, and all the friends I've made here, and I don't want to sound like a sourpuss or whatever. What do you call it, sourpuss, Bob?
No.
I don't think he knows what you call it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I totally feel that. I mean, well, let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about the thing that affects us right now, which is the construction, which just kicked my ass in my business, destroyed my business, and I pretty much have to rebuild starting in now. It feels like every day
No.
I'm rebuilding my business, but how does that affected your business with the construction?
The road construction this time hasn't been as bad as it was maybe 5 years ago, when the city decided that they were going to do me a favor and widen Vine Street. Widening Vine Street is something I never wanted to do. All I wanted to do was have parking on both sides of the street.
Yeah.
We used to be targeted by parking enforcement. They would literally come down on Friday and circle the block and write tickets.
Oh my
until
God.
parking became legal at
Wow.
6 p.m. Killed our lunch business. We haven't done lunch in a long, long time. But my biggest complaint with the city is communication. I think it started about when the pandemic started. They went to this 311 system. So now when you call about anything, you have to talk to somebody who's brand new. I think it's the first job people are given when they come to work for the city. They don't know what's going on. I have to tell them what the rules are, what the laws are, the ordinances are. And it's just so frustrating to not be able to reach a real person.
Yeah, I completely understand that, and there's so many challenges to owning a business already, and dealing with the public and licensing and everything, and then having these obstacles as you operate. And you're operating a good business. You're not operating a legal business or doing something shady. You just want to provide a good service and provide a good product to your customers, and the city should always be supportive of that, and there should be better guidance from the city department on ordinance and stuff like that, and not just being punished, but actually educating us and teaching us what we need, and actually having a liaison to help us be successful. Because in the end, what does the city need? It needs a neighborhood, it needs safety, it needs protection, and it needs good quality businesses. And that's a team effort.
The city should be a resource,
Thank you.
not a roadblock.
That
to
is
my business.
perfect.
Yeah.
Quote that, because that is definitely what a city should be. I love that. And they should keep guys like Bob out of the city too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have signs when you enter.
We let everybody in now.
I gotta tell you, O'Duffy's is really a gem over in the Vine area. But when I was looking up the area, those buildings, your building's about 120 years old.
It was built in 1890.
And there was about 20 other businesses around there at one time, wasn't there? Other buildings connecting?
There were, I think, 3 buildings on that corner at one time. There was a fire in the early 80s. That
When did you take over O'Duffy's?
my wife and I bought that building in November of '92.
November 92.
And you started Cosmos.
Cosmos, yeah, we started Cosmos at that time. We just did weekend breakfast. Within a couple of months, we were doing lunch and dinner. It was really, that place was her dream. She really wanted to have her own restaurant, and she
Was she a chef? Did
she was not quote unquote. She's not a trained chef, but she was a very passionate
Did you cook?
No.
Thank God.
Did more.
He did the he was the
O'Duffy's wouldn't be there.
he was the critic, not the cook. He just ate.
I'm the tester.
He's the tester. So that's great. So what
How'd you come up with the name O'Duffy's or Cosmos?
Cosmos was our original partner's grandfather's middle name, because his
that's
name was
cool.
Pasquale Cosmo Treniello.
What a name.
What a name.
What
That's a name.
I like that name. I'm going to change mine.
I believe I already did earlier
Yeah,
today.
well, yeah, that was
I gave
good.
you a new name.
Oh, you did
Yeah.
too, about a mile long.
But I'm pretty sure I give you a different name every morning. It usually starts with the F bomb. Yeah.
And then what about O'Duffy's then?
O'Duffy's, my wife had a brother Jeff who used to come and help us out.
And his middle name was O'Duffy?
No.
Oh,
He could cook, he could do heating and air conditioning, he could do mechanical repairs, whatever. And he just always would show up whenever we were short of help. So he was a great help in the early days of the business. And a couple of years before we got the pub open, he was killed in a tragic car accident. And we wanted to honor his memory, so let me back up just a second. When they were little, Kim couldn't say Jeff, she called him Duffy.
Oh, that's awesome.
So being naive and young, we thought, well, let's add O to O'Duffy, or to Duffy, and make it O'Duffy's and make it Irish.
You know? Yeah, that's
where
cool.
the
Oh,
name
that's
came
nice.
from.
I mean,
It's a fun-
it's kind of like a little wordplay too, because you know, I'm sure all those times he was coming to help out, you're like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
Duffy.
But the name is good. But the name is great. It sounds like a bar. Like
It
the
does,
OW,
yeah.
it just sounds like your neighborhood bar. That's where you go, shut down the night, and just get a few in, get a bite to eat, and go home.
does Cliff come in there?
We have people like
I don't want to know.
Norm!
I don't want to know this Cliff or Norm guy. I don't know what's going on over there. No, that's great. Is there any so do you bartend or do you what do you do there? Like what's your day look like when you wake up and go to O'Duffy's?
I'll do whatever needs to be done. I will wash dishes. I will
Just be part of the
talk to
team.
people, be part of the team. I am not somebody who wants to be the leader. I don't want to be in charge. I go and I talk to people. I'm the face.
You're the face.
I'm
You're the.
face.
I'll say one thing.
Kind of like Bob here, you know.
Yeah.
He is not the face of Midtown.
To say,
He
please
is-
do not give him that.
We are fighting. We're already fighting for our life over here. Do not put the dagger in it. Bob is the face of our alley right now.
Paul says, I want to see the better side of you. Can you stand on your hands?
What? I don't even know.
Okay. I have to say one thing, though.
Oh, that's great. I
When
hope it's the
went-
last
Okay,
thing.
that's it. No. When I go over there for St. Patty's Day, I sit there, I like to watch people.
Yeah, I bet.
Not, in a good way. Jamie is very well respected and loved in this area.
He really is.
Can watch the people and the way he mingles with them and the way they mingle with him, and that is amazing. So, have you ever thought of running for a seat, a political seat? And if you are, could I be your run with you? What could go wrong with me by your side?
What can go right?
Don't even answer that. You don't have to answer that. You can
You
plead
might as well
the
just
fifth
get
if you
the.
want.
You better get a good attorney first of all. A great one.
Try to stay away from the doctors and the attorneys. But I've had several people ask me to run for the commission, run for mayor. I'm like, no, I'm too smart for that, to be honest with you.
It does take a toll on you, and it's a big commitment to be that. And I do credit like people that do that. It's like, even though like they get criticized, because you're a target when you become a public, official or whatever. Like you're going to get targeted. You're going to get criticized, and everyone has a different opinion on what they like and what they want to see. But you sign up for that. So I agree. I would never want that type of attention. And
Don't worry, they won't ask you.
They asked me. They want me to be in charge of waste management because they said I do a great job with this trash right here next to me. Bob, you should know better. I got something for you anytime. Yeah. Can we ask? Did you notice Bob's covered in glitter? Look at his face.
did.
Yeah. Can we talk about that? His
were
wife's out of town. He's covered in glitter.
She's been out of town for weeks.
Well, I think it's and she says she's doing something. She just left.
I think she just took off, man.
She needed a break.
When was the last time you talked to
I
her?
have a lot of shovels in my garage, and people keep asking what I need all those shovels for.
Why are you changing the landscaping in the
Yeah.
middle of fall?
So at O'Duffy's, do you guys do any weekly events, so like karaoke or
We
anything
don't do
like that?
karaoke. We have generally have live music on Wednesday and Thursday evenings,
Uh-huh.
and that's a rotating thing. We'll have the same group on the first Wednesday and first Thursday, and so tonight we normally have an Irish group. They canceled for whatever reason today, so scrambled.
You have Bob. You know Bob come down
Oh,
tonight.
yeah, we could. Bob could do it.
Do stand up.
No, I can do stand up for a certain length of time, and then I just fall.
Then he just gives up.
Let me ask you this question: What's a popular drink that people order besides beer? Like, what's like the popular mixed drink or just drink that they would like people love to order here?
Our most popular drinks are probably the classics,
Yeah.
like an old fashioned
Old fashioned,
or a Negroni.
You got a problem with your groan?
groin.
You're groaning?
My
Your
groin.
groany. He got a problem with his groany.
His groany.
He has a nickname.
His groany hurts.
It's a
Okay.
nickname,
Next time I go in there, I'm going to order a groany.
You want Jamie's groany. Jamie's
Yeah,
groany.
that'll be a hit.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
You
But
can't-
honestly, you gotta be careful what you
Say
say
in front of
around
Bob.
me, dude.
He twists everything into a perverted.
He somehow comes up with these, and I'm like, man.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Give us the story of your bar, your back bar that you got. It's beautiful.
The back bar was made by Brunswick, who everybody knows, for pool tables, bowling alleys, school furniture. They made bars from roughly 1890 till 1915. This one's first home was in Michigan City, Indiana, in a place called the Spalding Hotel. It's one of those old big city bars, or big city hotels that took up an entire city block.
Wow.
And then it came to Kalamazoo by way of a couple of guys that were big antique collectors. And I think it spent about 30 years in a horse barn
Wow.
because it smelled like horses.
Did it?
Wow.
Yeah. It took years for that smell to go away.
Oh, wow. It's a beautiful bar. And also, you're noted for pouring the proper Guinness. You want to tell us how you how you pour a proper Guinness?
We are anal about Guinness. I've been to Dublin. I've been to the brewery, and at the brewery they have as part of the tour. They teach you how to pour a proper pint, and they'll give you a certificate. Several things.
That is
amazing.
awesome.
That's so cool. I've never heard of anything like that.
It's on the
That's
wall.
amazing, dude. Actually.
Yeah. Several things contribute to a proper pint, a correctly poured pint. One is the cleanliness of the glassware. Two is the length of the beer lines and the cleanliness of the beer lines as well. And then the third, maybe the most important, is the pouring technique. You have to start by pouring it at an angle, and then you pour about 3/4 of the way full, set it aside, let it rest until it settles, and then you finish it At the brewery, they'll tell you don't even think about doing a shamrock in the top, but we draw a shamrock in the top of every pint that is served, even on St. Patrick's Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would never
How,
even. I would never know that you need to get you need a certificate.
No, I mean, you probably don't need it. It's probably just,
It's just cool to have.
Yeah,
It'd be cool to know.
any other bar you go to, name another bar.
Yeah, there isn't.
Any bar that would do something like
I've
that.
never heard
'Cause
that.
I've never even heard of that.
You should
That's
take
the thing.
advantage of promote
It's a
it.
beautiful thing.
That's like
Yeah.
a traditional
Every
thing, you
one of
know?
us that pours a pint there draws a different shamrock because everyone is individual.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, you're right.
Because
That's
they
really
put their
cool.
own little touch on it.
Being like the Irish fan, how busy are you guys on St. Patrick's Day?
Can't get in.
Honestly, it's
Because
my
I know you
least
guys
favorite
aren't
day of
aren't
the year.
huge, are you? You guys
No, we're small.
yeah.
So
It's just right off the corner of that road. It's just like that one singular
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
So do you guys fill that thing?
Oh, we fill it and then some.
Yeah.
We generally will have the parking lot open. We'll have it fenced off. We'll
I
have
love that.
Well, you got a trailer in the
tables,
back that you
a
serve.
beer trailer that we
Yeah.
borrow.
That's so cool.
that's cool. A beer trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we pull it into the
That's what
parking
we
lot
should-
here? You can park it here if you need for space to park it.
I'd go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll watch it very carefully. Promise, nothing will be missing.
Yeah.
You were
it's
one
about
of-
40
you-
barrels of beer.
You were one of the first bars in the area to go no smoking.
Yes,
Is that right?
that is correct.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm an ex-smoker, I smoked until I was about 19 years old, and I still, to this day, cannot stand the smell of cigarette smoke.
Okay.
Wow.
Because you've done it all the time that you've been open. So that was 25 years ago. That was a big step
Yes.
to do. Also,
When did,
you have no TVs.
That is
And
correct.
and why did you do that?
Because we want it to be a place where you come in and you start a conversation with somebody
That's awesome.
and talk to a stranger, meet a new friend. And when there are televisions around, if you look around a bar where they do have televisions, you will see that everyone in the place is focused on them. I
Yeah.
want that.
I think
Good.
that's really
That's
cool.
nice. It is
These are
cool.
great things. Like
You don't think about
you don't
this.
think about them, but
No.
it's so interesting. Like it should be a social experiment. Jamie, what did you do before you got into this
Yeah.
industry?
I used to be in the photographic printing business.
Interesting.
I used to print wedding photos, senior photos,
Yeah, that-
commercial work.
Yep.
I would never guess that. Never guess that. I thought you would be like a
You're saying he's not photogenic?
no, not at all.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
it was,
Not like you, Bob.
Okay.
No, not at all. So
When did they ban smoking in restaurants altogether?
it was May of 2010.
So wow, so 2000 was when you did that. So
Yes.
long before it was even
Long
like.
before.
Yeah.
did you get a lot
Yeah.
of pushback with that, or
Yeah.
No, actually, when the state mandated it and that law went into effect, we lost business.
Are you serious? That doesn't make
Because-
any sense.
Because people were coming to us because we were non-smoking.
Yeah.
And
that's
when it
so
went
good.
non-smoking
Ah.
everywhere, they
So
now
peop-
had choices
All the
to
choices.
make. They could go
Yeah.
anywhere.
That is so interesting. Yeah, that makes
I didn't
sense.
see
That makes
that
sense.
coming.
So that's why you put the sign up saying, "We smoke here."
No. Great marketer. Let me ask you this: when Bob comes to your location to drink, how annoying is he? Is he just like this, or does he has a different gear of annoyance?
He has a different gear.
Yeah, so it's worse. You ever catch him behind the bar?
Oh no, we catch him before he gets there.
They locked the door.
At some point.
That is.
They have
hilarious.
outdoor seating, and that's where I gotta stay.
Yeah, but the
They-
pets.
yeah, they don't
He
lie
said,
to
"There's
you.
a porta potty in our neighbor's yard."
But, you said you guys serve food, right?
Yes, we do.
What so what would be like some popular dishes or anything like that?
You know, people don't expect it, but we have amazing food. It's all made with love. It's made with care and the best ingredients we can find. We make our own pasta. That's one of our most popular things.
Really?
That's our pasta with vodka tomato sauce.
Hell yeah.
We have a rack of lamb, which is outstanding. The only thing I've never had on our entire menu, it's been there for years, is the duck. I hear it's really good.
Really?
but
You have
it's-
duck. Wow.
I
What
just don't eat it.
That's a good menu. Like that's not a typical bar menu.
No, it's not.
That's not a bar
I
menu.
was waiting
That's a
for
nice menu.
burgers, and I'm sure you guys have other
We
stuff.
do have burgers.
Right.
We have nachos, which are also very good, but the price point's too low on nachos in my mind. We need
Yeah.
to raise that. So we have a menu that's available only in the pub,
Uh-huh.
and then upstairs when that's open, which is Friday, Saturday nights, and we have a beautiful deck up there. That menu's only available, or that menu is not. The pub menu is not available on the second floor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm so confused.
Do they have their own menu up there?
They do. Well,
Okay.
they do have their own menu up there, but it's also available in the pub.
Got you.
So in the
Okay.
pub, we have a two-sided menu, and upstairs we just have one.
Just
And you're open on Sunday upstairs,
We're open.
not at the pub, but upstairs.
Yes, the breakfast. We serve breakfast 9 to 1 on Saturday.
Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome.
And that's very good too.
I'm
So,
saying.
we
What-
make our own hollandaise. Probably one of the more
Oh.
popular things is our corned beef hash, which is just amazing.
I've never, just never, I don't live near that area. I've always lived near campus. So going downtown, it's like I'm never really in that area, I'm more downtown strip.
Yeah.
So, and I've lived up in Kalamazoo for 8-9 years since I moved, I graduated. I've never been to you guys, and I need to come
That's
check it out
true.
now. Yeah, just
It's
because
really cool. It's just-
everything is
it's
so.
such
You know,
a
it's-
traditional place.
It's funny. Paul and I'm from Detroit. Paul is from Detroit.
Yeah.
Down there, people, I heard that when I moved up here. Oh, I haven't been over to your place, blah, 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 because it's, I live over here. But we're in Detroit.
Yeah.
We have to drive
You drive
20
everywhere.
miles.
It's
to
a
go
Everywhere's a
someplace.
half an hour,
It's not even
45
that,
minutes.
honestly, it's
People
not
have to
even-
drive 2 miles. They go,
See,
oh my God.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just not. It's not a thought. I don't think O'Duffy's. I've
Oh.
never been around that area. I've never had friends that have lived
It's
in
the
that area.
neighborhood.
I just know where it is because you drive by it anytime you want to go near something down there. Like if I want to go to Crow's Nest, I take that road down and go do.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had breakfast, or I'd been stopping there
Well,
forever. ago,
what's the,
you know?
That's true, because I didn't know about O'Duffy's until our mutual friend Dave Owens he took me down there. So
Is that like is it most of your customers like the neighborhood
It's a big mix.
mix?
There are a lot of people from the neighborhood, but there's also people that we are a destination for. We have regulars that
Right.
live out in Richland and beyond.
That's awesome. So what's the future look like for Duffy's? Like what's the plan? Like what's new? What's coming? Like what is your plan?
That's the question. of
We've
the
talked
day.
about this before when you come in and shop. We always talk, and I don't know. I feel like you're trying to run away to the sunset on us. Don't leave us. Don't abandon us here.
I
We
don't
need you.
have any immediate plans to leave. When my wife and I came to this neighborhood and opened the restaurant and ultimately the pub, we did it with a motivation of wanting to be part of the community. And we have always been committed to the community. We used to hold big events there, National Night Out, which is the first Tuesday in August. And initially, because we thought we were funny, once again, we did a pig roast. We invited public safety. They used to come with fire trucks and SWAT team
How fun.
and all this.
now the SWAT team only comes when I show up.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No, that's the pet. That's the pet patrol, Bob. When you show, yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's the animal shelter.
Well, I remember before we opened Midtown, we had our presentation in O'Duffy's,
Yes.
and me and Kiar had to go down there. My brother-in-law, my partner, and I just moved into the neighborhood, and I'm like, what? Where are we going? You're taking me to a bar to present what? And he's like, yeah, just they're gonna ask us questions. We gotta answer the right way. This is gonna be our customers. I'm like, oh, okay. And it was just so strange. I'm walking to a bar, so I got there early. I'm like, and I ordered a beer. I don't know. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you drinking? I'm like, I don't know. You brought me to a bar. I don't know. I walked in with cookies from Victorian Bakery. Shout out to Maria. And I'm like,
Great place.
yeah. And I came with cookies. And I'm like, this is so weird. I'm not like, this is not what we do in Detroit, but okay. But it was pretty interesting, but I got an understanding of what's going on, and the place was packed. I think it was the Vine Neighborhood Association, and they were, and everybody would just start shooting out questions. They were so excited, and it was really nice to see people actually care that I was opening grocery store. Nobody cares in Detroit what you open or don't open. Just open it, give us what we want. We don't care who you are. We don't care who owns it. We don't give a shit about none of that. Just give me the price, give me what I want, and get me the hell out of here. You know, it was really interesting to be, and like for my store too. Like I feel like I'm so important to the community. I have to always try to do what's best for the community, and that's kind of drives you to do what's right. You know, in the end, and you get passionate about it. And like the whole thing we talked about earlier with the city, like it bothers me. You know, like I need to be like this is my community. My kids were born here. I need things to be done right here. You know, and you know, and you want to be part of like those events and
you live in the area. You don't live too far away,
No,
so
I live
not
4
just your
blocks away.
business, your home is here.
you want to give out his address, Bob, or?
We'll do that a little bit later.
A lot of my customers know where I live.
Yeah, they already know where you live. Yeah, that's funny. That's great. The only one that doesn't know where I live is Bob, because I'm not telling him. He probably will never leave.
Can't blame you for
Because
that.
like I always tell everybody, he technically doesn't work for Midtown. We fired him about 4 years ago. He just doesn't leave. He just keeps coming back.
What's Midtown?
Yeah, see, exactly.
Doesn't even know.
No, I mean, so Bob,
Yes.
you want to ask the last question?
Well, you used my last question.
Did I really?
Yeah, you must have read this.
So here's another one. Can we come by and shoot a video inside of your not a video, but like do some our social media?
Maybe I should ask the question.
Yeah. Well, that's the question I wanted you to ask. You don't want.
Absolutely. I'd love
Can
to.
we do a video over there of your?
I would
Yeah.
love that.
You don't care. We'll promise we won't break any of the rules or break any bottles on Bob.
Okay.
'Cause-
Well, we can get fake bottles. We can get sugar glass.
No, we have some pretty funny ideas, and I feel like we can get some funny reactions out of customers and
How
your
many
customers
employees
appreciate
do you have there?
Roughly 15.
Wow.
Well, I see his chef comes in here. I see your chef all the time. He comes in
Yeah.
all the time and grabs the things that
He
he's
drives
missing.
that truck.
He drives
That
a funny.
skinny little
He has
truck.
a funny
It's
van.
about 3
Yeah.
inches wide and about
I,
18
where
feet
do you
long.
buy a van? Where do you buy that?
Does it have 2 wheels on it?
It runs fine. And like he's like yeah, and 'cause I follow him. I follow you guys on social media, and he posted. By the way, he does post the food that he makes, and it. You would never match him to like O'Duffy's and your restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry, what was the name? Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Yeah, and then you would never match those two to like the food you're making. It's just like well, I don't want to say it's a hole in the wall because it's a staple for the community. But people outside of the community, it's like a hole in the wall. You're like, this place making this food? This is awesome. That's why I'm saying it doesn't match. When you go think about bar food, you think about wings. I think of wings,
you think
fries,
burgers.
and nachos.
Yeah,
That's it.
fries, nachos,
yeah, you're not going there for the food.
Quesadillas.
You're going for the drinks, right? But there you go for both, and that's cool. And
We don't have televisions. We don't have a fryer.
Yeah, that's.
that's
Wow.
awesome.
Oh, you
dude.
don't have really?
We've never had a fryer.
You don't need it.
Do you
man.
have fries?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
There you go.
Let's
See,
order
I'm
them.
telling you.
Order a
Wow.
burger, you get a choice of chips or carrot sticks.
Wow.
How many
okay.
people order a burger with carrot sticks?
Probably a lot.
I would get carrot
Quite a
sticks.
few.
I get carrots.
Oh, here's-
I know you would get carrot sticks.
Have you ever
Jeez.
dipped carrot sticks in buffalo sauce?
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I'm
Dude,
telling you.
celery
Oh my
too.
God.
If you get celery with your wings.
Yeah,
Pray for me, everybody.
This
Carrot
man's
sticks
dishing
and
on-
what?
I'm telling
Buffalo
you.
sauce,
Because when you
dude.
order wings, like buffalo wings,
You
and
get
sometimes
carrots
also
and
celery or
celery.
carrots on there, and I swear to you, it's so good. Yeah, well, Bob,
See, dude,
the
he
guy
hates
ate
on
Brunkschweizer
everything,
for
dude.
lunch yesterday,
He
guys.
hates on everything.
He ate
bro.
Brunkschweizer for lunch. We cannot take any food advice from him. Brunkschweizer.
You looking for another chef? I can make the best Braunschweiger sandwich.
Yeah.
No one wants to eat that.
Thank you.
National Dog Day. They'll hire you.
No.
Do you see any changes you're gonna do at the bar? You gonna make any, or this is it?
You know, it's beautiful as it is. It is
It
such
is.
a
It is.
wonderful place to be. There's something about that building that's warm and inviting, makes you feel good just to be there.
That's
I don't see
It is.
anything that we could do that could make it better.
no, you can't change it. It'll
Yep.
it'll be like selling out. Don't sell out. Keep it the same. Open a second bar.
No.
Damn. Can we open the
That
bar?
was the quickest no.
How about
Wow.
me, you, and Bob open the bar together?
Absolutely not.
I tried, Bob. That was my one shot.
I'm glad he said.
How
no.
about Bob just gets a box and a milk crate outside the building and sells beer with you, and calls it Old Duffy's?
I can go around on my bike.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah. You get a little like ice cream cart pedal around the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's
selling
right.
beer.
Do
It's
you think? Do you think your location is perfect for you guys, or like?
We have made it perfect.
I mean,
for
say
us.
over time, but did you ever at one point, like especially now? I mean, I hate downtown because what they're doing around here is all for downtown and the stadium eventually. But like, you think off a corner, like kind of how Saugatuck is? Do you think you guys would ever be anything if you guys started in downtown, or?
Well, we like to consider ourselves downtown because
Yeah,
people
I do.
perceive
for sure,
us to be
absolutely,
downtown,
absolutely.
but the city doesn't like the idea of us being downtown.
Downtown,
Yeah.
None
exactly.
of those promos like Downtown Restaurant Week.
They ever feature you? They never feature you because
Yeah.
I would consider
Because we can't.
They cut us off on
participate.
that
I would
too.
consider Midtown
Downtown. I like to
It's
say
the
I'm the face
start.
of downtown.
He's the start of downtown.
Yeah, that's what I look at. You drop down the hill and
Like yeah, you drop that hill, you see the big giant buildings.
Yeah.
You are entering the downtown of Kalamazoo at that point.
I feel like Vine.
agree.
I think the whole Vine neighborhood, Edison neighborhood, that should be all considered downtown. Like that's where you're going. Like the South Side. Like I don't know. They have an image. They have a program. They have an agenda. What they want it to look like. And I really hope they put the people that kind of fought their way for the last 30 years, including me, the last 10, to like shape and keep the city thriving and bringing some kind of excitement to the neighborhood.
Do they consider Park Street downtown?
No, that's the north side they consider. It's really strange how they
And it's
consider
because
it.
the image,
Yeah,
right?
and
Okay.
they should because Park Street is
It's-
like
it's
and
down-
then
it's
it's a
downtown.
landmark too, just like your place. Like what they've done there when Maria's there, Kiar and Park Street's there. It's like what you had to go through to have a thriving
Mm-hmm.
business in Kalamazoo is not easy, and I get it. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in the next 5 years. I just hope we're part of it, and that's my concern, and I think we will be, and hopefully we just keep growing and enjoying the fruits of our labor. And Bob, what are you pointing at? What?
I think your bar is at the best place it can be.
I think so.
I think if it was anywhere else, it wouldn't have the same feel.
I feel like being
that
in
you
that.
Get lost.
This, I'm sure you heard this.
It will be.
Your feel is like what we saw on TV with Cheers.
Yes.
Yours,
Oh, for sure. It's a
yours
neighborhood
is
bar, man.
It's a
What's-
neighborhood.
It's cool
it's-
because
What's
I'm sure
Cheers?
You guys get, I'm sure
What's
you-
cheers, Bob?
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers! I'm sure you guys get a lot of like people from that neighborhood too that just walk over. I mean, they call it the student ghetto now, but there's more than just students that live in there. There's families.
But
there's-
that area is changing.
yeah, it's,
I drove
it's
around there.
Developing, man.
Yeah.
It's,
We don't call it the student ghetto
Yeah.
anymore.
No.
In fact, I've been working to
Change it.
change
Yeah.
it that.
get
I
away
agree.
from that description for a long time.
Yeah,
That's what we
I don't
call
like the word ghetto.
the Vine neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. That's not who we are. We're not ghetto, and that's not what we want to be known for. I get it. Like the kids called it that, or people made it that because of the images. But
Well, that's where all the frat houses
Yeah.
used to be. That's where all the student
Yeah.
living used to be when Western first built. So they called it that. When I first moved up here, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
But now it is. The bike lanes got put in. They changed West Level. They're making it into
Now we're
a
all
neighborhood.
just the old guys. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think
Oh.
it's
Speaking
more.
for myself.
I think it's more appropriate because then it gives like. I mean, really, the students shouldn't be living in that area. They
Yeah.
should be living near
Campus.
campus where I reside and stuff like that. That should be more families.
Well,
that should be more business owners.
I
stuff
could
like
totally
that.
see that like shifting in the next 5 years, where more students will, after the first couple of years, want to live towards downtown, live in these areas
Oh,
because of
absolutely.
what's going to be available to them and all the new and trendy
And especially
places.
with the hockey.
You
top-
got these new hotels coming, the hockey, the arena.
the arena.
all
You think
these-
that's gonna affect your business? Do you see a change in your business?
I think it's going to
when
bring
the
more.
arena comes in.
I think it's
and
going to bring
everything
more
else?
people into your business. I think you're going to get a lot of new faces.
I
Or
would like to believe that that's going to happen.
I hope it's going to happen.
But I have been hearing that we're going to do this. I used to do business down in the Washington Square area. Oh, we're going to do cool cities. It's going to really affect you. It's going to bring all these people in. And until the city starts taking people down Portage Street, down Park Street, instead of all the way out to Oakland Drive to bring them downtown, we're not going to change.
Yeah.
We need to clean up our gateways, and our gateways are
Yep.
not just
Absolutely.
Oakland Drive.
you think the homeless situation is that affecting you
Dude,
at all?
it's awful.
It's
I didn't-
awful
I
around here.
didn't actually realize how bad it was until I drove downtown. I haven't been downtown in forever. I don't like to go that way. I hate going over that way now. The construction's awful. Everything's a mess. But I never really, I came from Gall Road yesterday. I went by the train station. I didn't realize how bad the homeless situation in Kalamazoo has actually become. Because I know it was bad last year.
Yeah.
But I feel like from last year to now, it's
skyrocketed.
skyrocketed.
Well, there's a lot to do with that. It's not just about being homeless. There's a lot of other outer cities, bigger cities, are kind of pushing people away from their out of their cities.
Well,
And unfortunately, I think Kalamazoo is that
We're the
one
midway
where it
point,
stops,
yeah.
the train station, and
Yep.
they're landing here. And our resources are great for homeless, but they're not all just homeless. You know, there's a lot of addiction involved. There's a
Yeah.
lot of drugs, and we went from when I moved here, it was top 10 cities to live in. Now
Yeah,
it's
I
top
remember
10
that,
dangerous
yeah.
cities, and that is not who we want to be known for. We're a college town. We have some of the biggest businesses in the country here with Stryker, Pfizer, and all the other guys. And I mean, you have so many amazing things going on here, and somehow we're missing this piece to fix the homeless situation. And I don't want to just say get them out of the town, but what is the answer? And do we need the
That's tough to answer that question.
yeah, and it's like, what do you want? Because there's some of it's really heartbreaking stories, and like you want to help, but there's also the addiction problem. How do we fix that? Because, I mean, the clinics are not the answer.
No.
You know,
because
Those are not the answer.
Do you have any problems with the homeless around where you are?
I generally don't.
I'm gonna say I don't think
I
you
mean,
do. Yeah.
Occasionally, we'll have somebody come in and go up to a table and ask them for money.
Yeah,
I just feel like they don't wander over your way.
the neighborhoods. 'Cause you're in a neighborhood.
You know?
Yeah, we're in the middle of a neighborhood. We have a lot of
Yeah.
people living there. We
Yeah,
have
too many
people
eyes.
Walking dogs. We have,
Oh, you have a
we
big
have a lot
neighborhood.
of
It's a
activity.
huge
Oh,
neighborhood.
yeah.
I mean, because you guys have the fields right by you too, where people play soccer every day. Because
Yeah.
Heritage Hall is right up that hill and all
Right.
that too. So
It's Western's practice field. I think they still use it as a practice.
yeah, they still use it as a practice field. Yeah, they practice soccer down there still.
Okay.
So
That's why we should run. We could solve these problems. Between you and me, I could, oh man, can we talk later?
Bob, do that while you're young.
yeah.
Do that when you're. How about you do it when you're sleeping?
I have hair.
I know.
Is
Do it
this-
while you have it.
Is this messing up my hair?
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is messing up my life. Well, Jamie, I just want to say thank you again,
Yep.
and cheers to you.
Cheers.
Did you pour him a drink?
No, he doesn't drink. No.
Okay, pour him some water.
I have an empty cup.
Well, cheers to you, and always being a good person in the community, and always providing good service. And I love that you come in here and you support us. You've always done that from day one, and you've always been really good to me.
He
And-
complains to me all the time.
Yeah, that's about you. Yeah, because he's trying his best not to end up like you. That's why he's complaining. So he wants to know exactly what you
Hey,
did,
we go to
so he
the-
can do the opposite.
We go to the same barber though.
It's really a pleasure.
It's the
to
only
be
thing
here.
you have in common. No, it's really nice to have you. And We're
Yeah.
gonna come down. We're gonna support you. We're gonna get some cool videos.
Thank you very much.
Jamie, you are the man.
Pleasure.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I salute you.
Thank you.
And
Adios.
guys, O'Duffy's, Cosmos, get you some good food. And I'm going down. I want lamb
Go
chops.
down there. Paul's buying tonight.
I'm buying.
folks. Yeah.
I'll buy if I go down. You want to go down?
I'll go down there.
Okay.
I
You guys
don't
see
have
me?
to go
Well, this is not even gonna air today. So
well, huh?
it's not
Oh
even
no,
air.
he'll air the day.
Yeah, but who's the videos? You know. But anyway,
Well,
you see,
no
if
matter
you
about
see
the
me
videos,
at
hey,
O'Duffy's,
will air.
I will
Put it
buy
on
you a
tomorrow.
drink.
He only bought on Thursday.
If you see me at O'Duffy's, you come up to me, you say, "Paul, buy me a drink," and I will buy you a drink because I want to support Jamie and I love my neighborhood, and I'll drink with anybody. To be honest with you, look at
Go
Bob.
Lions.
Look at
Go
Bob.
Lions,
Go
baby.
Lions! Monday night, guys. Grocery Bros, Jamie,
Hey.
and what's your name
What
again?
happened? What?
Oh yeah,
How you like our pumpkin there?
one of my employees drew this. Thank you. It looks really
Who
good.
do you think who's who?
Yeah, it's easy to tell.
Thanks, Travis. Thank you. Midtown. Let's go.